Okay, Diddy.
And then we'll do Chrissy Chaos.
Diddy, do it. I love the Diddy stuff, of course. And, of course, we all saw the video of Diddy beating up the woman, Cassie, in the hotel room. And then Diddy came out and did his apology. So we finally got him, folks. He's in Barbados or something right now with Rihanna. Diddy abuse tape. Okay, let's see the abuse tape real quick. This was great. Show. So I love this. For years, Diddy has been saying these people are lying. They're all making it up because they want money. And then, of course, finally, we get some footage, right? We got tapes. We got footage, and it's P. Diddy doing the hallway beatdown. What is this thing right here? Show. Look, they're not letting me get my full screen box because they got a thing called show and hide right here. See how this is happening to me? So in the Twitter video, I guess I could just do that like this. Okay. Here is P. Diddy running down the hallway. Notice that it says 666 in the hallway, so he's probably working for the devil. Here is this P. Diddy thing. This was great. Our first big P. Diddy proof, and he's admitted it, too. Here's the beating, in case you didn't see this, but it's always fun to watch the beating as many times as possible.
Allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs.
There he is running in the towel.
The video, captured on multiple cameras, shows Combs assaulting his then-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016.
See the kick? Oh,
a lawsuit filed by Ventura in November last year and settled the next day referenced actions that seem to match those seen in this video. There is no audio. According to the complaint, Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye, which, according to the lawsuit, prompted Ventura to try and leave the hotel room. The surveillance video obtained by CNN begins as she enters the hallway. The complaint says as she exited, Mr. Combs awoke and began screaming at Miss Ventura. He followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her. The complaint goes on to say he grabbed her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her.
Yes!
In the surveillance video, Combs can be seen grabbing Ventura and throwing her to the ground.
Look at that kick.
As Ventura lies on the ground, Combs then kicks her twice and attempts to drag her on the floor back to the hotel room.
Yeah.
Ventura is seen.
I wish we had a Crystalia tape. So all these guys, here's what this says. All these guys, if they've got 1 million people accusing you of this, it happened. Okay, can we learn that from this? Lock them up. So,
you know it happened because he expertly kept his towel on.
Yeah,
He's
that was
done this
great.
1 million times.
And he didn't even come out saying this was AI. I would have at least tried that, because you could fool all these P. Diddy fans. You could fool them and just go, that was not me, that was AI. And then people will repeat. You could trick anybody now. I mean, we're seeing it every day. We saw it with the Drake and Kendrick beef. Drake just flat out lies. He goes, yeah, we set you up. We submitted, we gave you all that fake evidence, and then you spent... No. And now you're watching, and, half the people out there, they believe all of Drake's lies. Just word for word. I mean, they think that that's fact. They don't even have this idea that it could be a lie in their head. People are so easy now. Really, I mean, look at Logan Paul, look at Crystalia, all these people that you think would be finished. There was a time where you go, if people heard that about someone, they'd be done. There's no being done anymore. The people are just too stupid. You could just tell them anything. If I repeat it, I go, that wasn't me, that was AI. And believe me, all those free Palestine women that follow him on Instagram, who support him, would eat that up right away. And then they would pass that on if it was fact. They would go, oh, that was AI, though. And then that guy would believe it.
And then if it got exposed that it wasn't AI, then he could still just be like, oh, I lied about that it was AI, but I'm sorry still. And they'll forgive him.
Why not? Unless you're court ordered and they're like, it's going to be the death penalty or the truth. Why not? So...
That's what I mostly want. Everyone's seen this.
Yeah.
But...
And so he lied about this incident. So they're accusing him of everything. Everything under the sun that you could do as a terrible villain. They've accused him of this being one of those things. Just last week, he was saying this is 100% a lie. The video comes out. Everybody's mad. And he says this, which he came on. I can't believe we saw him. I thought we'd never see him again, right? I thought P. Diddy would get in one of his jets, fly off. We'd never see the jokester again. Well, here he is. I call him the jokester because he dresses up as the Dark Knight.
Imagine someone should make
Someone should make what?
an AI video of him as the Joker chasing her down the hallway.
Wouldn't that be great? And they could do that within 12 seconds. See, it wouldn't be as funny as you think so. It would only be funny if somebody...
actually did it.
Yeah, actually did it. See, we want people actually doing things. Would it be funny? Would it be as cool if she was being abused in AI instead of real life? Would that kick be cool if they're like, oh, that was an AI kick? You'd be like, oh, man, this sucks. We want these people being physically hurt, not AI hurt. So here he is. He came out. He wanted to let you know that he is not in town. So he aimed the camera up at this Barbados-ass roof.
But apparently he's actually in Miami, they proved.
Well, he wants to let you know he's close to a boat.
Oh, yeah, yes, Jules retweeted it and was like, this is his Miami crib, you idiots.
Okay.
You don't know anything.
All right.
It's like, so you're standing up for him? That's
I don't see much of this stuff. Outside of tiki bars, you don't see much roofing like this.
He probably rebuilt an exact replica of his Miami crib.
Yes, of course.
In a place with no extradition.
Okay, so he posts this, and did this come the day after or 2 days after the beating video?
Yeah, pretty quickly.
We couldn't believe it. Here's his apology, which you've all seen, but we're going to show it again.
To reflect on the darkest times in your life.
Sorry, this is Instagram, so they're going to kill me.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. But sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy. I'm going to rehab.
No, you're not.
Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
Ask God. Here's the problem.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness.
You called this woman a liar for the last 7 years.
He said that she just wants money.
And then when we see you on tape, all of a sudden you ask, because you know why? Because if this is true, that he's been denying, well, then probably all the other stuff is 100% true, too. He knows this. So he figures if he admits to this, but not the other stuff, then you go, well, he admitted to this. It seems like he's going to admit to the stuff he does. No.
Cassie tried to fight him off by sticking a BB gun in his mouth.
Really?
And shooting off 2 little BBs, but they just left.
Right here, yeah. Looks like okay. So they did hit him with a couple of BBs there that are still embedded into the black skin. I love his mustache. Now, you would think, okay, P. Diddy, no one's buying this shit. You're done, right? Wrong. Look at these comments here. This really disgusts me. And sure, there are a bunch of them that don't believe him.
Here's one I just read with 20K likes.
Yeah, listen to this. 20K likes on his apology video. Listen to this.
The man is posting an apology, and here come people to tear that down. We're not God, so let's not judge. If half the stuff some of y'all did was in the world on video, then some of you would be totally quiet. Whoever leaked the video's intentions were not good. It was malicious. Let's all move on.
Listen to this one. Let be who is without sin cast the first stone. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's against him. Okay, here's another one. I'm just saying, we not God. This is a woman. There's a ton of these women now. Who are these women and what country are they from? Because there's an awful lot of these types of women here. You see this face? So I don't know if they're half Asian, half black, half whatever, but a ton of women like this. When Kanye got in his trouble, ton of women like this were there. When P. Diddy gets in trouble, ton of women like this. Palestine, Hamas, ton of women like this. Listen to this. I'm just saying, we not God to persecute people. Let's normalize praying for people instead of tearing them down. Praying for him and praying for Cassie. Praying for healing for all the parties. The world needs so much. No, they don't. And what kind of person are you? And where did you all come from all of a sudden?
I mean, did you just see what we just saw? He was like kicking her in the stomach and dragging her.
There's a ton of these. Let's see, because I didn't pick these out, so I'm just trying to find them now in real time.
The people who are normal people have caught up on this video now, but yesterday when it was just his followers, like every comment was like,
only God can judge. This isn't any of our business. Most of the comments were, this isn't any of our business. It's only his and God's. Only God can judge. We need to have, and here, listen to this. We need to have a serious conversation with black people about the reality of God. It's time. Because for the longest time, we've let black people think about God in a overly legitimate way. And they don't seem to understand the tongue-in-cheekness of this Bible or this God. They are believers in a way where even like the diehard Christians who go to church don't even believe it as much as that. You know, the white Christians aren't going, only God can judge. But the black Christians seem to be swept up in this idea that this God is more real than it really is. And white people have been too scared to tell black people, hey, this God stuff, it's like a fraction, like you're like believing it like too much. Like you know what I mean? And they've done this for years. We've seen every athlete. I want to thank God. Every nominee at the Golden Globes, she's black. Every black actor. This is all because of God. And everyone cheers, and nobody tells them, well, it's not really God. Yeah. No one ever tells them they're too afraid.
Of you. Be proud.
What's that? No, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. But yes, somebody needs to talk to black people about how could I phrase this? God's real in our hearts, though. Like, it's not really real. And I think there's mass confusion, especially these. I mean, I'm seeing these women, these beige women. I'm not even say black women, these mixed women. God, only God could judge him. Only God. Why are we attacking Diddy? No care for all the people that he's abused and tormented and destroyed their lives. Nope, just him and God. Very similar to how Aaron Emholt has been acting. This April Emholt, she might commit suicide the way he's been treating her through this.
Insane.
And in his world and in his listeners' world, in all their friends, Gino and Keanu and all these people that are friends with the Emholts, it's all about Aaron and how this makes Aaron feel. There's no thinking about the girl that was tormented by all these thousands of people online to the point where she had to quit the show that she did for a living and then divorce the guy that she married. There's no thinking about, oh my God, maybe she's in hell right now. No, it's just about Aaron. His feelings and, it's going to be okay for Aaron. It shouldn't be okay for Aaron. It shouldn't be okay for P. Diddy. Lock them up and give them the, where is it? The electric chair. Yes, this. Yes. Not enough frying. Not enough. There's so much of this out there, and it happens with all this stuff now, where you see like 50% of people saying the most ridiculous thing, and they're not really being corrected by anybody anymore. So, that scares me. Those light-skinned black women that are pro-Palestine, that are only God. I mean, they really need to be straightened out by somebody.
I don't know if those types know about Palestine.
Trust me, they do. I click on every profile. Anytime I read a comment where I go, what? I click on the profile and I go see what they're about. You know, I zoom in. This isn't a guy that I'm talking about. I wish it was like how it was yesterday.
It's so difficult to reflect on.
But people see him. People know what I'm talking about. And there's no voice saying this. There's nobody saying these weird black mixed women. Look, go and talk with the minister. You don't have to ask anyone forgiveness but Allah. Go to him. May Allah show you mercy, brother. And then you go to this woman's profile, and it's these type of women. And they're so confident. They're so cocky. They're mean as hell. Okay? They're nasty. Who are these people? And then you go and look, and here she is with Louis Farrakhan, right? Look at this. And they're so proud, and they don't think you couldn't convince these people otherwise. And you go, where did you get so educated all of a sudden? Where did you guys all come from? And then you start going, maybe Kumia's got it right. No. But yeah, I'm not into this. Sorry. And they've all got the Jada Pinkett eyes, the same eyes as P. Diddy, the same eyes I've been deathly afraid of my entire life. Okay? They got those eyes. This is the problem with all of America. Look at this. Even she can't take a nice picture. I don't know who this is. This is just somebody who says, oh, no, it's only between you and Allah. Oh, Allah? The Unabomber Allah? The guy, Akbar Allah? Will you blow everyone up? What world are we living in now? And this is what's driving the Joe Rogans to go vote for Trump because of you. And no one wants to just out those people. I'm here to out those people, those mean eyebrow women. Where did they come? And there's just as many guys like that, too. Where did they come from? The Jussie Smolletts of the world, right? Woo! Scary people. Stay away from those people. Stay away from those people. Punishing mama eyes. Yes, I hope you guys understand the point that I'm trying to make. She don't understand this one. She thinks the pro-Palestinian people are good people. She likes them.
No, I just think it's two different groups.
Of course, but I'm saying it's the same type. It's the same type.
It's the same eye. It's the same
It's the same eyes, and it's that beigeness of their skin. The beige skin people, I'd say. You got Drake. I don't think the half and half works. I think you come out as a mean person. You know? I'd rather have the true. Yeah, let's just stick to. Right?
You're more of a full type of guy.
Mixed dogs, they're all screwed up. Right? Our dog is a mix between 3 different animals. It's all nuts.
No, that's probably why he's lived so long, because he doesn't have any inbred diseases.
Well, yeah, I think we should get back to being inbred. No, I don't know. I'm just pointing out what I'm seeing here. And when I see a man beat the living shit out of a girl on top of all the other stuff he's been accused of, and then somebody say, this is none of our business.
Then it's like, then what is our business?
It's
what
just you and God. When I see that, that's where I draw the line. I go, who are these people saying that? Why? And where did they get this idea? It's because we've been telling them. We haven't been interrupting and going, no. The God stuff, it's not what you think it is. But they believe it 100% because...
You're into Terryology. He's mixed.
Terryology could save the world right now. Terrance Howard! Did you see what happened with Terrance Howard on Joe Rogan? People are anti-Terrance Howard. I'm here, and this is great because it shows that I'm not doing it because the color of their skin. Now, he has that color. And I bet he believes in some of the stuff that I'm saying isn't true right now. But Terrance Howard of Hustle and Flow, what did you know him from? You know him better from something else, right?
Oh, I was saying it makes me think of that movie with Hugh Jackman where he's beating this shit out of that guy in the bathroom and he's like, where's my daughter? And then Terrance Howard's like, man, you've gone too far this time.
I remember him mostly from Hustle and Flow. What else did Terrance Howard do?
Let's see.
That we know. He's an actor, right? He's had some stances on the vaccine. Ooh, you know who doesn't have that vaccine running through his blood? Me. You know? But those guys can't be right about that, right? I don't know. I stay away from any... I can't risk putting stuff in my body that people that half the country are saying could cause something. Sorry. I don't care what half is saying that. 50% of people telling me something's going to affect my health. I'm scared now. Okay? I got too many health problems to gamble with that. So I don't have any of that gay-ass live vaccine running through my blood. No. And I'm sicker than ever. I'm always sick, and I get COVID almost every 2 weeks. Did you know that about me? I get COVID almost every 2 weeks. I mean, I take the COVID test. It says no. But that's just because the tests are such a scam, right? So, okay, let's just show you this guy. This is going to be quick. It's not going to be too long, right? This is Terrance Howard, and I welcome him into my world, and I'm excited to now, because I've never really had a religion. I've never really believed in any sort of Scientology or belief like this, and I certainly always trusted the science, right? That's what they said, trust the science. Well, as I start seeing these actual scientists, maybe Terrance Howard, Terry, has a point. Watch this. Here, I'll show you the intro. Joe Rogan. Check him out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night. All day. Not all day, not all night. There he is.
Get started with all this.
Sorry.
I didn't come into this world the way...
Right here is where I was ready to hate and judge Terrance Howard. I go, look at this quack. And I'm like, look, Joe already knows that this guy's full of shit and he doesn't even know what he's going to do here. You know, I could see Joe getting worried. And boy, he was worried. But when you hear, you know, the first 40 minutes of this podcast, I was like, fuck this guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This is crazy. This is lunacy. And then he said an amount of words.
Do you remember a keyword I can search?
No, I know exactly where I'm going in the video. I could show you. Then he said a bunch of stuff. And here's all I know. He's at least remembering enough words that I find impossible to just remember. Okay, even if you're an actor, I don't think you could remember all this technical stuff. At least I can't. I can't sit around and like rattle off like technical stuff. I can't even do that like about a guitar without like stumbling over it and not really knowing what I'm talking about. And I always thought, you know, like when I watched YouTube people explain stuff or like show stuff, or like there's like a YouTube video of a guy explaining the new iPad. It seems so easy. But if you actually try it, like most people I don't think could really explain stuff like that. This guy's explaining stuff, dare I say, on the level of a genius. Maybe he's a wrong genius. You know, there's a lot of wrong geniuses. You could be a genius, but completely in the wrong direction. Or maybe Terryology might be the best direction to go. Let's find out.
I didn't come into this world the way everybody else does, I don't think. I used to think that everybody had the similar experience, but like if I asked you, what was your first memory in life? What would it be?
Listen to this.
I don't think I know.
My first memory was almost like when you're dreaming and you're falling and you hit the bottom and you wake up.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first memory, but I didn't wake up here. I was inside my mother's womb.
Okay. Motherfucker's about to say he remembers, he has memories of being in the womb. Memories of being birthed out of his mom. So this got me listening. You know, we're in need of somebody who knows more than us, right? We're in need of some superheroes, right? Somebody who knows. This is what we hoped Kanye was tapped into, right?
I kind of believe him.
This is what we hoped these certain people are tapped into. And when somebody describes or explains something in a whole new way, we kind of get excited because we go, maybe this guy has the answers. You know, because we're missing a lot of answers, folks. So listen to this. And this pissed me off when I heard this because he's describing a memory that is impossible to have, right? Can you have a memory of being in the womb? Is that even possible? Is the brain developed enough to have a memory recorded from the womb?
Maybe he had a dream, a realistic dream about being in the womb.
Mm-hmm. And what color is his skin? Half black beige. See, I have a theory that if you're black, you get confused between dreams and memories. You believe everything about God and everything your parents told you, and you really don't think outside the box. And you could see this all the time on Dinner Time Live with David Chang. He had a black woman on the show the other day. She didn't know nothing. She didn't know what Wagyu was. She didn't know what steak cuts were. What else didn't she know? She didn't know shit. And it's like, why is it okay to not know shit? Or why is it okay to mistake your dreams for memories? Why is it okay for beige people? No, I'm kidding.
Remembering a dream is still a memory.
Of course,
So
but he's not saying
lying.
that. He's not saying that. He's saying he remembers his birth. Listen to this.
And you hit the bottom and you wake up.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first memory, but I didn't wake up.
We're getting some
here.
LOLs.
I was inside my mother's womb.
Here he is.
And I was about maybe 6 months inside the womb. And I'm like, okay, don't forget I'm here. Okay. Don't forget.
So you said this. So you're in the womb and you're saying, don't forget I'm here. That's impossible. The idea of forgetting, the idea of reminding yourself has not been created yet when you're in the womb. It can't be. I hope. Unless you were reincarnated, which he was. And that's why Terryology is the top science. He's been doing this 100 times. He's died and come back over and over again, slowly getting this more correct each time. That's what I believe. And he's about to spell it out for you in this beautiful 3-hour episode of Joe Rogan that I started off being frustrated listening to. At the end, I'm carving a T into my arm for, of course, Terryology. Yes, listen.
You go to sleep.
And I'm not kidding.
Wake up again. Now something's moving in front of you. And you're like, oh, that's my friend. But I had a different name for it. I didn't know it was my hand.
But you knew friend.
But I knew I had a title for it. Go back to sleep.
You don't have titles.
All of those things. Then ultimately you get ready to come out. I remember all of that.
Oh.
You remember coming out?
Remember being compressed.
Wouldn't it be cool if Joe Rogan on his show, wouldn't it be cool if Joe Rogan was combative? What if Joe Rogan goes, oh, okay, you're one of these fucking loons. Great. Okay, yeah, let's hear it. You came out. None of that. We never see any big fights on Rogan anymore. I'd like to see that. Imagine if Rogan was a little aggressive with these loons. You know, this man just said he remembers his birth. And Rogan goes, you remember your birth? Whoa. Cool.
Well, if he would have yelled at him, we would have never learned.
Exactly. So I'm wrong. Believe me, I'm very, your first impulse is usually always wrong. The second impulse, always right.
I remember all of that.
You remember coming out?
Remember being compressed, and you want to panic, but you're flooded with some serotonin and dopamine to where you feel relaxed. You go right back to sleep. You remember being born. I remember being circumcised. I remember the whole nine. And
no,
the proof of
play this clip to accompany
See,
this.
And that's what I mean. 3 weeks ago, he could have had a dream of this and confused it with a memory because of the lightness of his skin. Not the color of skin. The lightness of his skin is the problem. You got something here?
You can put this silent GIF up on the screen also while he talks.
Oh, dear. What am I looking at here? What the fuck is that? What is this?
Being born.
Where did you get this?
Someone sent it in the chat.
And this is, you know why I didn't flinch when I saw this? Because this is all over mainstream TV now. This is every movie is this scene. Did you see Challengers, folks? We watched Challengers. A movie where two guys kiss each other with no shame or regret or embarrassment, and it was based in the 90s. Okay. Zendaya, that movie was crap, by the way, Challengers. Okay, so that's a pretty cool gif of two naked men running around a shower. Back to Terry's little story here.
My wife, Mira, that you just met, when she was 6 months pregnant with my son, Kieran, I wanted to prove to her what I was talking about. So I put a light on her.
And I never liked his hair either. I never liked Terrance Howard's hair. let me zoom in and see if you could get a glimpse of this. There's something too Motown-y about this hair. Does that make sense to anybody else?
Yeah.
However, I'll tell you this. I'm 180, complete 180 on Terrance Howard.
Stomach every day at 6 o'clock at night. And I would move that light back and forth, and I'd put a song on for a week straight.
To his wife's pregnant belly.
On Saturday, after a week, I didn't put the light there, and I didn't do the music. And he pushed up on her stomach.
Sorry. Need this for
and then
later.
when I put the light there, he started following the light. And for the next 2 months, we did this every night, and he would go all the way around her belly, back and forth, always pushing on it. You know, I didn't understand at the time that maybe I've interfered with the development process, and maybe he's wrapped the cord around his neck. I shouldn't have done all of this. But it came out wonderful and fine. And this little boy, first thing he wanted to do is see light. He loved lights from that early stage. And I can ask him the square root of 2, the square root of 5, the square root of that, the square root of pi, and he will run it off. But he's just like, his personality is like Forrest Gump, you know, to where he's just loving and wants everybody to be around.
So he goes on, he goes on, he goes on. But, like I said, if you get into like the 40-minute mark here, let's see. Try this.
Where we're able to, you won't need projectiles in the guns anymore. If you pull up my patent for...
He has patents.
Projectile...
He's making projectiles.
Before we do that, though, should we finish this?
He's making you got to hear this episode. I am a believer. You know, the comments say otherwise. Oh, this guy's whack, he's whack, he's whack. I believe him. I believe Terryology. Let's look at this Wikipedia article here. Because I am pro Terrance Howard now. Pro Terryology. And look, you could even go to his Wikipedia here. Personal life. Terryology. Look at this. In 2015, he does Terryology. Okay. And he's very beloved for this. Okay. What else? Abuse. Abuse. Okay. Well, let's just move on from. I just got Terryology. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with more on Redbar. That was just the intro, folks. We'll see you soon.
DiStefano when we get back.
Get me out of here. I got to go bathroom bad. We'll be right back.